Hey, what's good, everybody? This is 404 Arms again. Good morning, good afternoon, good night, whatever time you guys are watching this video. I'm doing a quick review on this Stribog SP9A1. This is a pistol, and a lot of people have been curious about this gun because it's been sold out in so many places. You can't really find them on the internet. You can't find them in the gun stores. Of course, you can't find a lot of guns right now in the gun stores anyway because of the shortage, because of the pandemic. People are buying up guns, and a lot of people also say it's because of the election as well that's coming up. Things could be potentially changing, but not to get into all that political stuff. Let's get into this gun. So, and before I do get into this gun, I do want to show this gun is clear, as y'all can see. So let's get to it. Now, also, another thing too is that I'm doing a non-biased review. I bought this gun on my own cold hard cash, and I'm going to give my honest feedback on it because there's some things I love about this gun, there's some things I do not love about this gun, and I'll get into that. So, the Stribog is a gun that is made in Slovakia. It is being imported a few different companies, but right now, this was actually imported by Global Ordnance down in Sarasota, Florida. And as you can see, I also have the stampings on it too right there. I don't know if you guys can see that, but there it is. And it's actually a quite lightweight gun. Of course, the receiver is aluminum. It's anodized, nice anodized finish on it, and very lightweight, very slim. Excuse me. You can see that crest down there too, as well on the barrel. There's a lot of stampings on this gun, I will say. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Let me pause the video right quick. Hold on. All right, my apologies on that. I live near an airport, so you can hear like that noise, that wind noise and everything. But all right, back to the story. So, like I said, this gun is actually kind of hard to find in stores because it is so popular and they're always getting sold out, and people really are. It's high reviews on it for sure, but on my personal experience, I do want to give my personal feedback on it. So far since I've had this gun, I've had it for about 2 weeks, I guess now, and I put about 500, about 500 rounds through it so far. The first range session, I put about 450 rounds through it. I bought a bulk pack of Winchester Forge 9mm 115 grain ammo, and the most recent session I put. I can't remember the brand. I think it's Ammo Incorporated. I'll use 9mm TCM ammo. TMC ammo rather, and which is brass case. It actually has this thicker copper coating on it on the projectile. So I'm going to get into what I've put into the gun so far. When I purchased this gun, by the way, it did not come with the brace. Now, some of them that you do order will come with the brace, but mine actually came with this end plate right here, and it's very easy to install. Like you don't even need instructions for it. You just push the pin back, the rear pin back, and disassemble it like that. I'm not going to do too much of it right now. But you push this pin back. It's almost like an AR, really. When you're disassembling it, you take this back, you push this, and you can put that plate back in like this. Not going to do it fully because I don't have the tools really to do that right now with it, because it is kind of a snug fit, but it's very simple, by the way, and you can just switch it back. And some people like to have that shorter version of it like that, but I prefer to have it with the brace because it's a little bit more stable. So let me get into the good parts about this firearm. Well, for one, you get all of this. And what I mean by all this, you get this very nice hard case. It's padded, as you can see. One great thing about this gun is that you get 3 magazines with 330 round magazines. Depending on what state you live in, of course, you might have to have 10 rounds or possibly less. So you get 3 magazines. You get a very nice manual that you can, flip through to know what to do with the firearm, or disassembling it, cleaning it, everything, the maintenance and whatnot. And like I said, they are importing more of these, so they will be. From what I'm hearing, is that they imported the roller delayed blowback version of this, which is the SP9A3 version of it. And they're also releasing the carbine, which is similar to this but has a longer barrel and a longer handguard. And also, it comes up with backup polymer sights. Now, they already have sights already installed, as you can see, that you can flip up. But I actually like to use them flip down because there's actually like a very, I don't know if you guys can see that, but a very small, low profile sight on there too, the front too, as you can see. And I use that when I'm shooting closer quarter or mid range. And I use the flip up ones for further out because I kind of don't really use red dots too much, but when I do, I kind of have both of them in there sometimes for co-witness and whatnot. Let's see. Now, another great thing about this is that it's threaded for half by 28. So if you want to use a suppressor, or you can use different muzzle brakes and stuff, which I will be switching this out for another muzzle brake, by the way. And you have that option. You can also switch out the charging handle from this side to this side if you want. Some people use ambidextrous. You could buy like a upgraded version of that. And another great thing also is that you have an ambidextrous magazine release. So right there and right there. So you don't have to switch it out like some guns you have to do. So you can add it in there like that, drop it out, or have it on the other side and drop it out. So that's pretty cool. Another great thing about this firearm is that it kind of puts you in the mind of a AR as far as the lower parts assembly, because you can break it down like this, like I opened it before, but you can see that trigger assembly is very similar to the way the trigger assembly of an AR is. Another great thing is that this gun is super compact, so if you want to throw it in like a backpack or a duffel bag or something like that, you can just release that lever. You can see super compact. Throw it in there like this, throw it in your bag, fold it up, or whatever size bag you have. It actually fits a lot of different options. So that's really cool, the fact that it is so compact. You can also shoot it in a position too as well. I might have a little flashlight on there. This is a Streamlight HLX with the Magpul offset adapter. So as you can see, super slim, very very compact and lightweight. Another cool thing is that you can have your accessory rails up here, so you can add a red dot, like I said before, other sights if you need to, a pressure switch, or lasers, a Magpul angled foregripper, other hand stops or things like that. So you have those options, and that's really nice. Like I said, there's other companies. I think Global Ordnance is releasing other products. I've seen like I think they call it a pig snout or something like that, which kind of extends the handguard a little bit. And they have just a lot of accessories that's coming out for this gun. I bet like in the aftermarket world, they will be releasing a lot more stuff, especially with magazines and everything. And I'm going to get into that too soon. Another great thing about this gun is that it is super accurate for what it is. Now this gun is, between $6.99 and $7.99 in certain places. Like I said, they're being sold out because it's so popular right now. But it's a very accurate gun. This is the blowback version of it, so the bolt is a lot more heavier, but very accurate. And the recoil is quite manageable too for what it is. So it's not like super stout recoil or anything like that. A lot of people were worried about that, but it's very stout. Another great thing about it is that, like I said, it's very easy to clean too. It's very simple parts, 3 or 4 parts: the bolt, the spring, and it's a super easy gun to clean up and work on and manage. Now on to the bad stuff. Now I do have to put that in there because, like I said, this is a non-biased review and I have to be honest. Now, to the bad things. It's really one really major problem that I have, and the other problems is stuff that I've been hearing about the other people that own this gun. Now, with my experience, I had, unfortunately, some failures in it. I know that sucks so much, but I have to be honest about it. Now, and this is something a lot of people have been complaining about too, so I've actually had this experience myself, and I do not like that. So this experience actually was a failure in the bolt assembly. So I had some jam. It was like a double feed, and the problem was is that the round and sometimes the shell, because this happened like 3 times on me. The shell would actually go back into the bolt, and I can't see if you guys can see that on the camera, but there's a space in between the bolt where a round can get behind it. Now the problem with that is that well, it's a problem by even happening in the first place. But the big problem about that is that it can actually shut the gun down until you disassemble, well, take it apart and take that round out. Now, from what I'm hearing is that Stribog or Global Ordnance rather is saying that you can tilt the gun like this downwards and shake it out rather, if you have that issue, because they are saying that that can be a possibility. And that's, for me, that's a no-go, because if for you to have a round to go in the back of the gun and shut the gun down, that's a very, very bad problem that you guys have, that you can have in this gun, because it can shut the gun down, especially if you have a self-defense situation that's going on. So to show you guys what I'm talking about, and I don't have a round with me, but I'm going to release this bolt and open this up. So the round would get back here, like in this little space, and it would basically shut the gun down, and you won't be able to. It won't be able to function properly. You would have some jams. The bolt won't go back. It's a few problems that would happen with that, and like I said, that's a very bad no-go because it can shut the gun down. And if you're in a situation where you have to defend yourself, that could be a big problem. So hopefully there's a way. I did contact Stribog Global Ordnance about this, and they are sending me a lighter spring. They're saying that can help resolve the problem, but still, I don't know. That's kind of a problem to me. Another problem that I've been hearing, that this hasn't happened to me, but this is a problem that I've been hearing around um, people that have owned this gun, is that these mags will crack on you if you fill them up rather to the maximum capacity, which is 30 rounds. These are meant to be 30 round magazines. As you can see, it's kind of blurry. I don't know if you can catch that. There we go. Yeah, these mags are supposed to be filled up to 30 rounds, but from what I've been hearing is that these mags can crack within the feed lips, which is kind of a problem. Well, it is a problem rather. It's not kind of. It is a problem. So with those crack, you won't have a very good functional magazine, of course. Rounds can spew out, and that's definitely problematic. From what I've been hearing is that Stribog is releasing ones with the metal feed lips, which is cool, and I will be checking it out. Hopefully Magpul brings out something. I know this gun is a very popular gun, so there will be an aftermarket magazine option more than likely. Hopefully released next year or sometime. But yeah, that's a pretty big problem also, to have your magazines crack on you, especially if you have them in storage. If you have magazines filled up, and you keep them in storage, that can be a problem. But yeah, those are my two biggest issues out of the gun. But other than that, the gun is actually very great. Oh, another issue too is that you can't switch out these. You cannot switch out these grips, and I know a lot of people like to switch out grips like AR grips and AK grips, but these is just fixed grips. But they actually feel pretty comfortable to me, so I don't really have that much of a problem out of it. But some people were complaining about that. But yeah, those are my positives and negatives about this gun. Like I said, for the most part, I do really like it. It's a nice pistol. I just don't like those two issues that I have a really, really big issue with: the magazines cracking and the rounds getting behind the bolt. I just don't think that's really cool. But other than that, thank you guys so much for checking out my video. Hope you guys like and subscribe. This is 404 Arms. Have a nice day. Peace out. God bless.